How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the corner. I am the Demon as always, and today we're talking about this guy. His name is Dwayne Jenkins. He is an editor for Vice, which is a uh, gaming journalist. Oh, sorry, gaming journalist uh, outlet. He reviews games. And yeah, I got to talk about this dude because he's a fucking idiot. So, in this article, he titles it Dragon Age the Veilguard and the Necessity of Games Journalists. Now, since we're talking about Dragon Age the Veilguard, I just want to bring this back up just to remind everyone IGN gave this game a 9 out of 10. So down here it says we're going back into the trenches on this one, or with this one. So it's no secret, Dragon Age the Veilguard is the latest DEI game to be subjected to criticism with zero bearing on the actual game itself. Well, Mr. Dwayne, number one, the whole DEI thing, the reason why it's important for this game is because it affects the game itself. Idiot! Like, oh my god. We'll get into more of this in a moment. Down here it says, let's imagine a world without video game outlets. No IGN, Kotaku, no Polygon. They all just poof overnight, gone, no more reviews or insights from game journalists, right? So I'm just going to tell you right now, if they all disappeared overnight, I would fucking rejoice. I would be so fucking happy if they all just fucking disappeared overnight. It would bring me an endless amount of joy to have all these people just fucking disappear. So here's the first reason why I have to do this video, okay? So down here he says, you know what that leaves you to gauge a good game with? Quote, censoring on Metacritic has gotten completely out of hand. Not a smart move if you want to stay relevant, aka in business, because this whole NWO Great Reset woke psyop has failed. Narratives crumbling and everybody not bailing out in time will go down with it. So first off, you're making this shit political. Immediately. Within the first 3 paragraphs, you make this shit political. There was nothing political about Dragon Age the Veilguard, you fucking twink. Number one. Number two, you don't even have the journalistic integrity to fucking cite your fucking sources. My YouTube channel, okay, because he calls out YouTubers here in a moment. My YouTube channel has 135 subscribers. In every single video that I do that is anything like this, every single webpage that I go to is linked in the description. Every single one. It doesn't matter how brief I go to it. It doesn't matter if I pull one fucking word or one fucking picture from the fucking link. I linked that shit. That is journalistic integrity. You have not linked your source for this comment because you, according to you, this is a direct quote from a user review on Metacritic. But you don't fucking cite your source. Okay. So down here he goes on to say that it's a lesson to us all. And I want you to really read the review, blah, 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 right? That the game has, and he's talking about this, right? And like, it wasn't worth your time or anything. And he's saying that that because it had, this is the argument that other people are making, according to him, that because the game has different ethnicities, it's a bad game. No, you stupid fuck! It's not because it has different ethnicities that it's a bad game. You stupid fuck! That's not what anyone, anywhere, ever has fucking said! You stupid fuck! It's bad because it's completely disregarding every single game that's ever come before it. Everything that everyone has ever done in all the other Dragon Age games does not matter! All of it is fucking pointless! None of it has any bearing whatsoever. If your Inquisitor decided to disband the Inquisition, guess what? Doesn't fucking matter. Every choice you have ever made in every single Dragon Age game does not fucking matter. That is what makes it bad! You fucking idiot! Oh my god! And then down here, he wants to try and call out YouTubers that aren't, because they aren't bound by journalistic integrity. You are a stupid fuck! Where are your sources? Where are your citations? Where are the people that are saying Dragon Age the Vanguard is a bad game because it has different fucking ethnicities? Who are they? Oh, that's right. They don't fucking exist. Talking about fucking journalistic integrity. Bitch, you don't have any fucking... Okay. Okay. This is the Society of Professional Journalists. Okay. This is probably the world's foremost leading journalistic organization. Okay. Of all the journalists and journalist organizations out there, these guys are at the fucking top. They are the top dogs, okay? Take responsibility for the accuracy of your work, verify information before releasing it, use original sources whenever possible. Remember that neither speed nor format excuses inaccuracy. Provide context. Take special care not to misrepresent or oversimplify in promoting, previewing, or summarizing a story. Gather, update, and correct information throughout the life of a news story. Be cautious when making promises, but keep the promises they make. Identify sources clearly. The public is entitled to as much information as possible to judge the reliability and motivation of the sources. Where are your sources? Oh, they don't fucking exist! Talking about fucking journalistic integrity. Fuck you! Fuck you! Consider sources' motives before promising anonymity. Reserve anonymity for sources who may face danger, retribution, or other harm and have information that cannot be obtained elsewhere. Explain why anonymity was granted, which you don't do! If you're granting these people anonymity for one of these reasons, you need to fucking say it! That is journalistic integrity! You want to fucking accuse all these other YouTubers of having no journalistic integrity? Meanwhile, you don't cite your sources! Fuck you! This is the shit that fucking pisses me off. This is why these two reasons right here are the reason why I don't watch like 99.99999 infinitely repeating % of people who cover shit on YouTube. Because they do not cite their sources. They do not explain why the anonymity was granted. Which you need to fucking do if you want to have journalistic fucking integrity. Down here, he continues. He says, they don't have to talk about gameplay, visuals, character story, pacing mechanics, or any of the other nuances one looks for in a quote-unquote traditional review for a game. So here's the thing. You're fucking wrong again! The traditional review that he's talking about is, what does the gameplay look like? What are the visuals? What kind of pacing does it have for the story? What mechanics does it have? But here's the fucking thing! The majority of people who are actually doing journalism talk about all of these things. The forced DEI that is within Dragon Age the Veilguard is extremely important. Okay? I have a video on my channel. Let me see if I can find it. I think it was this one right here. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the... No, this wasn't it. I might not have actually done a video on it. No, I didn't. But, so Sungran Studios. Okay. They're an amazing channel. Go subscribe to him. He's absolutely amazing. But in here, a little while ago, where is this right here? Okay. So in this video, he goes over, where is it? Where is it? Oh my God. No, this isn't the video. I haven't actually seen that video. Here it is. This is the one. In this video, okay, this guy, Jarrell, talks about the bad writing, okay? So, you want to sit here and be like, oh, they don't have to talk about it. Okay, let's fucking talk about it. Let's fucking talk about it, okay? So, in this scene, okay, Tosh, who is fucking, I can't remember what the fuck they're called, but they're Qunari who do not follow the Qun. Talvashoth. They are Talvashoth in the extreme, because Qunari do not care about individuality. They don't care about things like what their name is. They don't care about what you look like. They don't care about your fucking pronouns. And Tosh does nothing but talk about her fucking pronouns. Okay? So in this, we want to talk about story, okay? More than just fish. Here you go, Shathan said, Shathan said to eat the fruit before it spoils. I like the cookies better. Everyone likes the cookies. I'll eat the fruit. Thank you, Evatosh. I'll see you soon. This kind of writing is in the entire fucking game. You fucking idiot. And again, all of these things are going to be linked in the description, including this video. Okay. But a traditional, and actually traditional review of a game tells you what the story is like without bias, tells you what the gameplay is like without bias, tells you what the mechanics are like without bias, and tells you what they did and didn't like about it without bias. IGN doesn't do that. Kotaku doesn't do that. What was the other one that you said? Oh, yeah, Polygon doesn't do that. Shut the fuck up. You don't know shit. And then down here he says, it's funny though. Dragon Age the Veilguard is getting lambasted for its inclusive elements because it apparently isn't a 10 out of 10 experience. No, you fucking retard! It's not getting lambasted because of its inclusive elements. It's getting lambasted because those inclusive elements are all the game tries to fucking do. It doesn't try to tell a story that's connected to the Dragon Age universe. It doesn't try to tell a unique, interesting story that pulls from Inquisition, where fucking Solus is from! Dragon Age the Veilguard used to be called Dragon Age Dreadwolf. The reason why it was called Dragon Age Dreadwolf was because that was what Solus was called. The Dreadwolf. And it was a story that followed Solus. And what Solus was doing after the Inquisition was done. You fucking retard! I hate even saying that word, but that's exactly what you fucking are. Then he goes on to say, meanwhile, I don't recall Baldur's Gate 3 getting flack for, oh wait, never mind, I guess I had a momentary mental lapse. But traditionally, people will excuse all that gross diversity if the quality is high enough. But true to form, that bar is only cleared once perfection is agreed upon. No real-world parallels there at all. Number one, fuck you! How dare you compare Baldur's Gate 3 to Dragon Age the Veilguard? How dare you? Number one. Number two, I have to take a moment. My throat's getting sore because I'm yelling so much. Number three, people will not excuse forced diversity in games. The difference is Baldur's Gate 3 does not cram the diversity down your throat. You don't go up to Shadowheart and Shadowheart looks at you and goes, ew, you're straight? Ew, I won't date you if you're a man. But then if you're a trans man, she goes, oh yeah, I want to fuck you all the time. She doesn't do that. You have to actually woo her. Oh my God. And same goes for everyone else. Even Lizelle. Okay? Lizelle is a Githyanki. Githyanki are absurdly racist. And yet, as any race in the game, if you are persistent, you can romance her. You can change her mind. But you have to be persistent. She doesn't just go, oh, you're not a Githyanki? Fuck you. You could do that with Gale, Asterion, Karlach, fucking Will. You could do that with any of the companions. You can fuck a druid who turns into a bear in the sex scene. Like, what are you talking about? People didn't lambast Baldur's Gate 3 because it wasn't forcing it down your throat. It exists in the game, and that's it. No one cares. Oh my God. He wants to sit here and bitch, moan, and complain about how YouTubers only give criticism and have no journalistic integrity and don't look at any of the nuance of the stories or anything like that. He wants to sit here and try and compare Dragon Age the Veilguard getting lambasted for its first diversity that is in every fucking nook and cranny of this fucking game being shoved down your throat at every possible opportunity, to Baldur's Gate 3, which has diversity but just has it and doesn't try to force it down your throat. Allows you to actually explore the game and be the character you want, to create the story you want in whichever way you want, because you decided that's how you wanted it to go. He wants to try and compare this series, this franchise that has been going on, that every single game that has come out has been basically something of a sequel to the previous one, where all of your choices in the previous games have mattered and have had an impact on the next game, to a game which is not a direct sequel to any of the previous games, a game which is built off the foundation of Dungeons and Dragons, which itself is built off the foundations of being able to have a story that is molded and shaped by the player in every single feasible way. He wants to try and say here and say that if these platforms that sit here and platform hyper sensationalists and these hyper motivational critics that just want to force DEI into every aspect of everything, such that everyone must be inclusive and diverse for all, no matter what. End of story. He wants to try and sit here and say that if they disappeared overnight, all we would have is people saying shit about fucking woke agendas and the New World Order and the Great Reset, which is all fucking political! Dwayne, Dwayne, listen to me now. Nobody, not a single fucking person was making Dragon Age the Veilguard political. The reason why you did not cite your source here is because this review either one, does not fucking exist, or two, doesn't even correlate to Dragon Age the Veilguard in any way, shape, or form. If you look up this quote right here, if you look it up, I'll even go to Google. This is what you get. Okay. You get 2 links to 4chan, a link to ganker.com, and you get this. That's it. The reason why is because this comment does not exist. If it did, it would show up. But it doesn't exist. This is why there are no sources cited. Because this guy, Dwayne Jenkins, this man right here, lied and made up the quote. This quote, it doesn't exist. End of story. This man has wrote this entire article because he was paid to write this article. Because he earnestly believes that gamers are the problem, not the journalists. Why? Because he is a journalist. And if games journalism dies, he no longer has a job. That is why this article exists. Dwayne Jenkins, you're the epitome of everything wrong with games journalism. You and IGN, who gave Dragon Age the Veilguard a 9 out of 10. That's all I have for this video. Thank you all for coming to my corner. If you liked the video, hit like, hit subscribe. If you didn't like the video, hit the dislike. Leave a comment letting me know why you still agree with these idiot games journalisms. And I'll see you all next time.